Welcome guys, so this video is a free training that I did on how to become the best editor that you know in 2024, how to master video creation and video editing. So this is what you're about to watch. I hope you learned a lot. So take notes, don't just watch this, implement it, and this will how you actually become a good editor. So hope you will have a great time. Thank you.
This is how to master the basics, like how to become a top 1% editor in 2023. Now, first of all, what is the problem? The problem is when new editors come in, they focus on perfecting the fancy editing techniques. They get really good at creating fancy animations like Imangadzi or Hormozi, and they spend all of their time doing that. Like, they just want to know how Imangadzi edits, how Alex Hormozi edits, and so much. But why is this a problem actually? Like, they are creating quality animations, no? And yeah, this is true. But do you see this? It's a frame from a video that an editor sent me. Do you see any problem with what you see? Like anything? This is what I noticed. There was no color grade. My position on the frame was small, and audio was only on the left speakers. And I know you couldn't see this from here, but this was a problem as well. He didn't realize that the audio was only on the left speaker. He didn't change that. He sent me the video this way. He didn't even color grade the video. So let me get this straight. This editor can create insane quality effects. Like insane quality effects. Like Imangazi, Alex Hormozi. On Twitter, he can get as many likes as he wants with these effects. But can't color grade the video. Now the truth is, he can color grade. He just didn't realize he needed to. So there's this thing. Do you see it in the background? Yes. This is a triangle, and this is a triangle that gives you how to create an actual video, how to build a good video up from the beginning. Now, let's start with the base. The base where you cut up the A-roll, you're making the frame look good, you are having clear audio. These are the most important things. Cutting up the A-roll, so there isn't much silence where it doesn't need to be, or there is not too many speaking words and you can't hear anything. You have to cut up the A-roll perfectly, so it's easy to understand what the video is about and easy to watch the video. And this is why you have to make the frame look good. Look at the frame before you start even adding any effects. Is this frame good? Does it need color grading? Does it need positioning? Does this frame look good? Can I edit with this frame? And of course, having clear audio. You can edit the best video in the world. If you don't have good audio, what are you doing? So you have to think about all these things. When you open up a new project, get the footage and just load it up, you have to think about making the frame look good. You have to think about having clear audio. And then you can think about cutting up the A-roll very well. And if you have this, only then and only then you can move to engaging, which is where you craft the story, you create the effects and keeping the attention. Now you have a great base for your video. You now have to think about how to craft the story and how to create effects that keep the attention. Now, still here, you don't hear about the quality of effects. You just think about how and where to put it and how to make it the most engaging that you can. And if you are done with this, after and only after you are done with the base and done with the engaging, then you can go to the difference. This is what makes a video different. You have to have these steps before to actually make a difference in the video in the quality of effects. This is where Iman Gadzi comes in. This is where Alex Hormozi comes in. This is where all these crazy effects come in. Because you have a great video already, and now you make it different with these effects. But that doesn't mean that you should focus on this, because this is what editors focus on, and this is the biggest mistake. Because if you look at the triangle, it doesn't even get the half of the triangle. It doesn't even matter what you do there. Of course it matters, but it's only like 20%, and all of the other 80% of the video is in the base and in engaging. So this is what editors focus on and forget to get this done. They forget to get this done, and this is the biggest mistake that they do. Because what makes up a good video? This is the bar. Let's feel it. What makes like a good video? It starts with the base. This is the base. Almost half of a good video is the base. Engaging, almost another half of the video is engaging. And only this amount of what makes a difference in the quality of effects. Only this amount. So why are beginner editors focused on this and spending all their days on After Effects, learning how to edit like Iman Gadzi? That's bullshit. You don't have to do that. You don't have to think about the base and how to make the video engaging. So how do you learn the basics? What do you do to learn these? You can, of course, learn from others. This is where you find videos you would love to edit. And these are the videos that make you stay in front of your screen and keeps your attention. So find these videos and figure out why they are good. So take a notebook and write down why they are good videos. Like you start a video and it starts with a talking head frame. Look at the talking head frame. How big is the person? How is it color graded? Does it have clear audio? And if it's a good video, it will probably be yes to all of them. And of course, you can think about like, oh, this video was good because very nice animations, but no one cares about the animations. No one cares about the animations. If you have a good story, if you have a great engaging video in itself, in the cut, you can hear the video. You can actually hear the video. No one gives about like animations. Yes, of course, it makes a difference, but only in the end of the video, after you have the base and the engaging. It doesn't matter in the beginning. It doesn't make a good video. It turns a great video in a great video. So you have to have a great video in order to get these effects. So as an editor, you don't focus on this. And what are the questions that you can think about when you are writing down these notes? Because it's hard to sit in front of a computer, start a video, and just write down these notes. So these are some questions like, what does the talking head frame look like? How is the video structured? What is happening in the intro? How often does it have effects? How is the A-roll cut? Are there silences in the video? How good is the audio compared to the videos I edit? Are there fast cuts or slow cuts or a mix? Why? And you can think about these questions and analyze every video that you watch and you love. The point is, try to understand what makes these videos good. And no, it's not the quality of the effects. It's the structure of the video and the story and the whole concept of the video. But don't worry, I will create breakdowns of good videos, so you don't have to do this by yourself always, all the time. I will have some videos coming soon. So what is another way to learn the basics? You can spend more time. Edit a video to the point where you are ready to put in epic animations and effects, but make sure to pay attention to the basics. So edit a video to the point where you would go and do Imagadzi animations on it. And now if you have this video, just stop right there. Just stop right there. Don't create the animations. Go back and watch the rough cut again, the A-roll again. Is it good without effects? Like, can you watch this video without having effects? Can you watch this video without having insane Imagadzi animations? If no, how can you make it better? Do you need faster cuts? Can you make it slower cuts? Do you want to switch these things so the middle of the story is in the beginning and then it goes back to the beginning of the story? So what do you do? How do you structure this video? So basically, spend double the time you would usually on a rough cut. If you create a rough cut in 1 hour, do it and then try to spend another hour making it better. You will start with a lot of time, but eventually this time will be a lot less because you will get better at seeing what to do and how to improve the video as you go for the first time. So you don't have to go back and edit again. But right now, if you're a beginner, you will probably have to edit and then go back and edit again and think about what mistake I did here. Also, it helps if you like keep a day off and maybe next day you took on the project again and check it and see like, oh, what did I do here? Like, what? This is so stupid. And then you will edit better because you will have a fresh mindset. You will not be tired. So what is another way? Of course, watching tutorials. Watch tutorials, but not on Imagadzi effects, on storytelling, video structure, to get new information. But this is the secret. You don't just watch tutorials, you implement this information in your own editing. Implement it. When you hear something they tell you to do, try to do it. If they say to you can build your story this way, try to build a story that way. You have to implement it to make sure you understand and you know what they are talking about. So how do you create an engaging video? This is the next question. We have the easy way, the medium way, and the hard way. You have to start from the easy way and work your way up as you become better as an editor. So the easy way would be to put a new effect every 5 to 30 seconds. This is the easiest because you don't really have to think about it. Just put effects every time you get a chance and you create an engaging video. Yes, people will watch it, but they won't remember it. Why? Because this is just dopamine, giving them dopamine. They just focus, they just can't look away because there's something happening on the screen. And this is easy because you don't have to really think about how to create good effects, how to create good story. You just put something there every 5 to 30 seconds. So it's easy and you can start with this because this is very important as a beginner to start building your habit of creating a lot of effects in the videos, because this is how you will start to understand where to put, where not to put, what to put, and things like that. And this will come later. So right now, just put an effect every time you can, and then you can become better. And then move to the medium way, which is more about something new happening 5-15 seconds. Something new doesn't mean that it's always stock footage. It can be effects, it can be camera play, like a little zoom in or a zoom out, anything. It means you don't watch the same screen for more than 10 seconds. This is very good way, and this is where most editors have to upgrade to. Like right now, you already know how to do this, and this is where you have to upgrade to. You have to learn about how to use camera zoom, transitions, and effects to make it much more better to watch without giving like dopamine that is like only stock footage, stock footage, stock footage. You need to learn how to actually start to build up stories here, because it's not about having a lot of effects anymore. It's about having effects that are better, that have a purpose. So this is the medium way. But for this, you have to understand how to build stories. It's not just about putting things together, it's about what you put together. You have to think about what camera play do you do right now? Why do you zoom in? Did I say something magical or did I say something dramatic? Do I zoom in? Like what do I do? And this is the medium way. And there is the hard way. Things only happen if they need to. And this is how you create memorable video. People watch this and remember this video. You don't watch the seconds here, like I need to put a new effect in every 10 seconds. You put effects and new things where you feel you need to. And you create effects based on the videos and on the story of the video. And this requires to have great story to work with. Because as we talked about, you can't turn a bad video into a good video. I mean, you can try, but it won't be a great video. Actually, you can turn a bad video into a good video, but you can't turn a bad video into a great, memorable video. So what you do here is to have a good story, and as an editor, you turn it into an amazing one. Great example here to understand what I mean is silences. Because when you're a beginner, having silence between talking can kill the video's flow. So if I'm talking here, and then I talk here, so then I talk here, it's like ruins the video. You can't watch it. Because it feels so much silency and it feels it haven't been cut. And yes, this is what beginners ruin if they don't cut the A cut properly. But if you're on another level and you know what is storytelling and you know what is the story, silences are key. When something pivotal happens, silences are key in like films, movies, videos. It's amazing. Because silences like these, you have time to process the information, and you can create amazing dramatic effects, and you can create amazing any story. You can turn it into better with silences. But if you are bad at using silences, the video is just ruined. You can't watch it. You can't just sit down and watch it because you will get bored. But if you have silences that are meaningful, then the video is great. And this is what makes a difference in editors. And this is like why this is a great example for this, for the hard way. Because right here you have to understand what you put, how you put, why you put this. And silence is an amazing example of this, because so few editors know how to use silences correctly. And in films, silences are there all the time if you check. So remember this triangle. You have to use the base, you have to create engagement, and you also have to create like a difference. But as you see, the base and engaging is the most important. But right, we can now talk about how to edit like Iman Gadzi, because we went through all the things, and now we can talk about how to edit like Iman Gadzi. No, focus on this. Don't focus on Iman Gadzi. Focus on this. Focus on the base. Focus on creating a story, creating effects, keeping the attention, cutting up the A-roll, making the frame look good, and having clear audio. This is what you have to focus on. And this is how you will become the best editor that you know. This is how you make a difference in your editing skills. Focusing on the basics, learning the basics. So, what tutorials should you watch next? And my answer is none. Just grab a footage and start editing. Make sure to think about this. Make sure to think about this. When you grab a footage, get into your editing software, grab a footage, and just think about, okay, let's make the frame look good. Let's have clear audio. Done, done. Okay, now cut up the A roll. It's done? Okay. How can we, is this a good story? Is this a good video to watch? How could we make it better to watch? Where to put effects? What kind of effects can we put? Okay, now we get this. Okay, now we can talk about what are those effects. But there's a long way to get to there. You need to first have the base and the engagement. But I want to help you, because if you don't have footage to edit, I will provide you with one video that you can use to edit, and you can try to use yourself. It's an unreleased video of mine. I didn't want to release it, so now you can edit with it, and you can try out all the things, and you can, there is, of course, little mistakes in there that you have to solve as an editor. This is done purposely, so you get better as an editor. So let me know if you could spot all the mistakes that this video has, and let me know if you could resolve those mistakes. Thank you for being on this little training, and I hope you understand now what you have to focus on instead of creating Imangatsu animations. Thank you, guys.